Tonight, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, is likely to find itself in a crisis following the resignation of 3 of the 4 dissenting commissioners, a week after the tribunal to investigate the commissioners was constituted. Constitutional lawyers now say that the ongoing resignations against a backdrop of the upcoming retirement of 3 members of the commission. NTV's Ruth Samwe tells us more.
Francis Wanderi resigns after serving at the IEBC for 1 year and 3 months, days after the Vice Chairperson Juliana Cherera and Commissioner Justus Nyang'aya tendered their resignations.
The President needs to move immediately on the basis of the fact that 3 commissioners have resigned, to have a selection panel put in place, positions for 3 commissioners advertised as soon as it can be, and then the process of interviewing, the process of vetting, the process of gazettement done.
Wanderi quit, citing undue and unwarranted public lynching based on falsified information that has tainted his reputation and integrity. In his letter of resignation, Wanderi says that the voting process was lauded as seamless and transparent by Kenyans and international observer groups, only for them to be branded as Cherera 4 after giving opposing views with the commission chairperson. His exit leaves Chairman Wafula Chebukati, Professor Abdi Gulie and Boya Molu to serve in that office, but only for a short time, as their tenure is expected to end in January 2023.
Beginning end of January, the people of Kenya will not have a functional Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. The die is cast because 3 commissioners have resigned, 3 commissioners are retiring. The law and Article 250 of the Constitution requires that for the commission to be said to be functional, and this has been interpreted by the Supreme Court in the BBI case, you need to have a minimum of 3 commissioners.
Irene Masit, the last person standing of the 4 dissenting commissioners, has submitted an application to the High Court opposing the proposal to remove her from the electoral body, as well as appearing before the investigating tribunal headed by Justice Agri Muchelule.
One of the petitioners has lifted the depositions of Mr. Chebukati, who said there was interference by the National Security Advisory Committee. These are very, very weighty issues on the electoral justice and the electoral system of this country, which the tribunal, with Irene Masit only as a respondent, might want to interrogate and give recommendations which might be binding on the President of the Republic of Kenya.
Meanwhile, the tribunal now indicates it will hold a preliminary conference on December 9th in preparation for the inquiry process. Lawyers, however, recommend the appointment of new officers into the commission to facilitate the continuity of the commission's duties, since the recruitment process of new officers requires time and the commission still has a mandate to undertake.
So it is not a process that will take a day, because the President, first of all, would have to gazette the selection panel. The Law Society of Kenya, for example, would have to select a person representing the Law Society of Kenya into the selection panel. Parliament has a role to play in also selecting a number of members of the selection panel. It advertises. From the selection panel, you move to Parliament. From Parliament, you go back to the presidency. It is not a process that is going to be concluded within record time. It will take a while, maybe 2 months, maybe more.
Ruth Samwe, NTV, Nakuru.